and go do everything. And, yeah.
Okay, so we will get started. We have a couple people on Zoom today. I'm excited to see a lot of people in person. I am convinced it's my live video that said we would have donuts, and that's why you guys came. So good job. Okay, so for those who don't know, my name is Natalie. I do the marketing for the public library. Can everybody on Zoom hear me and see the PowerPoint? Before we start, I'll make sure. I can't see you guys. Oh, someone's chatting. Okay, yes, perfect. Thank you. So what we will kind of do today, we're going to talk about how you can use free tools to create videos. First, what we'll do, we'll go around, introduce ourselves, and say your name, your business, or the organization you are with. And then we will also, I would say your favorite Thanksgiving food, since that is next week. Yay! So we'll do the people on Zoom first. That way you guys can introduce yourself. Like I said, I can't see you guys the way that we have it kind of set up on here, but I can see your name. So let's see, Ashlyn. You want to tell us? Perfect.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn Sherman. I'm with Capital Region Medical Center.
Perfect. And then your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Mashed potatoes.
By the time we're done, we're all going to be really hungry. Okay, and then there's a Mariah R, I think. Oh, she doesn't have a microphone. Okay, and Mason says, oh, let's see. Tina Mason, Office Administration, Dressing. Very good. Okay, and then Bryn, you just jumped on. Your name, your business, and your favorite Thanksgiving food. Bet she maybe can't jump on right now. Oh, sweet potato casserole. And Bryn is with the Backdrop. Have you guys heard about the Backdrop? It's a new one coming downtown. They do like selfie stations, right, Bryn? Am I saying that right? I looked at your Facebook page this morning. Yes. So they have like different rooms and they're set up as different selfie stations, like ring lights, and you can go do like mini photo shoot things. We're totally doing it. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't. Okay. I think there's two Ashleys. I don't know. Is one of those Ashley Temmie and one of them a different Ashley, or are they both Ashley from the chamber? Okay, we're just going to assume they both are. And then T Fowler. Okay, well, oh,
Yes.
Oh, hi. Okay, name, company or organization, and your favorite Thanksgiving food.
Oh gosh. Winter Dent Insurance Agency, and I would say my mom's stuffing.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, I am making my mom's stuffing this year, and I had to ask her for the recipe, and Catherine thought it was hilarious because she can't read it because it's in cursive. She was like, what is all this? She's like, Mom, it's like another language. It's like, you'll learn it in the spring. Okay, so I think I got everyone on Zoom. We'll start here. Amy, if you want to kick off, we're in the room.
Amy Rogers, I'm with the Homeless Task Force, Project Homeless Connect, and my favorite for Thanksgiving would probably be a toss-up between stuffing and sweet potato casserole.
I'm three things. Turkey and custard and potatoes and red beans, gravy, stirs all the bases.
Yes,
So
all of it. I love it. That's why we're friends, Tim. I do the same thing. Awesome. Very good.
I'm like project for you, and my mom makes and it's got like it's cake icing in the middle.
Oh,
I eat on it.
yeah. As well you should.
Hilton Circle and Conservation Federation.
I like it.
And my dad made us sweet potato.
Oh, okay.
I'm Sarah. And I would say mine is.
Mm-hmm.
I was here with Natalie. And my work is very sauce
Mm-hmm.
and turkey and
Yeah. You just have to make a bigger turkey so you ensure you have leftovers.
That's our plan.
Awesome. Yeah, I found on Pinterest, I was looking for something and there's a leftover Thanksgiving charcuterie board. So you take all the leftovers and make a charcuterie board out of it. I was like, yes, I love it so much. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's some more people. Michelle, we missed you. Name, company, favorite Thanksgiving food.
Michelle Gablesberger, Conservation Federation, and pumpkin pie.
Awesome. And Michaela, I don't know if you can talk.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, you said name, company, Thanksgiving food?
Yes.
Okay, Michaela Ferris. I'm with the Jeff City Area Board of Realtors. And I'm gonna have to just go with the turkey.
Awesome. Thank you. And then there's one that just says DeLongs. I don't know who that is. Oh, here, Casey and Justin, IT guys from DeLongs, no Mike. Well, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food? You still have to answer the question. Okay, so I think I got everyone. Oh, mashed taters. I like it. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna close that part out. I will try to leave the chat up so I can kind of share it as we go. So we like to do these little icebreaker things too, to kind of give you guys ideas. They're great engagement tips for your social media. So especially right now, we're getting ready to go into the busy season where everyone's posting on social media. It's very noisy. I would spend the next few days trying to boost the algorithm where you get lots of people commenting on your posts for different things now. That way next week when it's noisy, they're seeing your posts. That has nothing to do with the presentation. That's just how I try to do things as I'm kind of leading up to social media manage. Okay, so today we are going to talk about using free tools to create videos. Let's see. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about are different tips or things to remember regardless of what you're doing. The first thing, use good lighting. It's so very important whether you have a ring light, whether you film next to a window or outside. Even like for those of you on Zoom right now, it is driving me nuts that like the lighting in here is not great and like I am in shadows as you are watching me. Hopefully you're just watching the PowerPoint, so it doesn't matter. But it's super important to have good lighting. Also adding captions is so important. And Facebook and Instagram have like auto generators now. I would make sure that you check them. I Leslie did one the other day, and I don't remember what it was that it said it replaced the caption for, but it was like eating children or like something like that. That is not what she meant. So approving those captions, but statistically, there are so many people who watch videos on silent. Like they sit in a meeting and especially like on Instagram stories or Facebook stories. And I know like the creators that use captions. So those are the ones I will click through when I'm not at a place where I can hear it. I just want to watch it. So I search those people out, which helps the algorithm as well for them. Make sure that any videos, photos, music you're using are licensed appropriately. I personally, if I'm using still video or still photos, like in my videos, I like Unsplash. They're free. You can use them for anything. And then for for music, I use Bensound, BNSOUND, and that's where I get the music that I use. They're a mix, but it's very obvious which ones you can download for free and which ones you have to pay for, but you can use them for stuff. And then avoiding background noise. So anytime you're filming, especially most of us in this room are not videographers, so we don't have like fancy mics and like equipment. So just making sure when you're recording that there isn't a lot of background noise because it's very distracting and it's hard to edit out. I would have to guess that most of us in this room don't have that capability or that equipment to do that. And then obviously having fun. I think sometimes when we're talking about videos, people get very like nervous or uptight, or they're like, I don't want to mess up. And it's not a live video. If it's something you're just recording, you can take as many takes as you want. You can redo it as many times as you want to redo it. But just making sure that you're having fun with it and just kind of relax so that it comes across in that way. Okay, tools, things that you need. So for me, when I make videos, I use my cell phone. Right now, I have like the iPhone 13, like the newest one, but I've been using my cell phone even when I have to like use your cell phone. It works just as well as any camera that you have. For the most part, for the videos and things that we're all in this room making for social media or for email or even for presentations like this, your phone is fine. I do recommend getting a tripod. They're like less than $20 off Amazon. And then make sure that you get the attachment that holds your phone on it. It just keeps things steady. It's just easier than when, we've all watched those videos where people do and like this is what their hand's doing and you're just like getting car sick watching your video. And then a computer. I personally prefer to edit my videos on a computer. You can now with like Reels and TikTok, you can do a lot of editing on your phone as well. But my personal preference is on a computer. I feel like I have more control and I can kind of like hone in and cut things a little bit better with that. Okay. Yes. Yes, and I'm going to talk about that. So in the past, I've always recommended Openshot, and that is an option. Recently, I've started editing in Canva because they've added that feature. And if you create images in Canva, you're already comfortable with the tools that they use. And I personally found that it's fine. Again, for what we're all doing, like I'm not making like commercials for television. So like my stuff isn't being shown at the Super Bowl. It's okay if I use this. So this is kind of what it looks like whenever you log in. You can see it says right here, you might want to try click on the video, and for that part, it's just a standard, what I would consider like a YouTube video size capability. But apparently I added this in. Okay, so that was Canva. We'll go back to that.
Are those free or purchase?
Canva is free. There is a purchasable version. If you are a nonprofit, a lot of times you can apply for a free version of Canva. That's the paid, like for the library, that's what I use. To me, it is worth purchasing the paid version. You get it's affordable and you get a lot of extra tools and capabilities and things that you can do. So the paid version of Canva is preferable to me. However, there's a free option. Okay, so Audacity is what we use to make sound. There are going to be times where you're not going to need to use Audacity at all. But there are going to be times that you're making a video where somebody is doing something. So say we're trying to show somebody like making art. And so they're making it. And then you want to voice over that. Audacity is a really great way to do that. I'll also show you later on how I use Audacity recently in a different way. But this is what it looks like when you have the different tracks in there. And it's cool because for a lot of videos, what I'll do is I'll edit the video and I have all the sound on there. And then I download the video, upload it to Audacity to get the sound. And then I'm able to, like, videos where you have the music, it's like, da, 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 and then you want it to go quieter while people are talking. That's easier to do on Audacity. You like that, didn't you? That was good. Oh, I'm glad. So, and then after that, you would just export it again and re-upload it into your video. So, no, you're okay. So Audacity is really great for that, where you can make the music louder at the beginning, quieter while people are talking and louder. And it just makes it seem like a more professional video. And it's not hard. Okay, so creating the video, and this is again all in Canva. So with Canva, they have all kinds of templates that you can use and different like versions. So like again, this one is just like a YouTube video, they have a Facebook video, mobile video, which is like Reels. They have a TikTok specific. I don't know what the difference is between mobile and TikTok. They have ads, all kinds of stuff. So kind of look and figure out what video are you wanting to make. The thing that makes my decision if I'm using video or mobile video is if it was recorded like this or like that's the only difference for me. It used to be in the past, like when we would talk about videos, we would always be like, record like this, record like this. Now, with so many mobile options, you can record like this and it's fine. The biggest thing is making sure that it's the same for the entire project. So like, if I'm having other people make videos that I'm going to use, I always tell them I want you to record like this or like this. 75% of the time they listen to me. And then we're just gonna go from there. So the other great thing with this, okay, so mobile video is one that I have pulled up. And you can see when you click mobile video, it's got your blank stuff right here, and it's got all of these templates that you can use. I personally love templates because it gives you ideas. Again, I'm not a videographer, so it's nice to have a template to kind of start with and kind of go from there. So once you're in there, down here is where you would add, like you have video footage, you would upload it and it would show in the uploads, and then you would just drop it and get another video, you would hit the plus sign, you can kind of rearrange, you can edit, like there's all kinds of things you can do in here where, again, if you've used Canva, it's very self-explanatory in that way. And then this is where you would download it later. So there's obviously lots of different themes right now, and these are just ones that I typed in. So there's Black Friday themes, there's all kinds of videos or templates that you can use. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Giving Tuesday. A lot of times though, what I would do is I would take the Black Friday one and just change the Black Friday to Giving Tuesday for a nonprofit or Small Business Saturday or whatever it is that you're trying to do. And the great thing about these is like, even if you're like, okay, I really like this one, but like those aren't my brand colors. So you just go in and you change the elements to your brand colors, and then it looks more like you. So it makes it very easy. Canva also works with Unsplash. So a lot of times, any of the photos you would find on Unsplash are already in Canva. So you just kind of search for whatever it is that you're looking for if you're not using your own photos or your own videos. Okay, so starting with the template, this is hopefully going to work. So recently we did the Business of the Year videos for the chamber, and it was very unexpected that we were going to be doing them. So we had like 3 days. And so we started with a template, and you can kind of see here, if you watch any of the videos that had to do with the chamber stuff, like this looks kind of familiar, like it looks very similar to a lot of what we were doing. But this is the template that we started with. So then once we had that, we were like, okay, this is kind of the vibe we're going for. It's loud. It's not on this one. I was trying to remember. Basically, like we put the color, stuff around, we added the it made it easier. Turn around, but it's so really not.
So did the audio, that music, did it come?
Ben Sound. So for this one, I just downloaded it from Ben Sound and dropped it in because there was no one talking, so I didn't need to do any live volume. Yes. BENSOUND. Ben like the name. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't dig in. Right, right. Yeah. So when we're done kind of going out through everything, I'll pull up my Canva. There is a way to do that, but it was not as good as I wanted it to be. Like I found a way to decrease the volume, but it got to be to the point where it was just easier to do it in Audacity. Yeah, so basically, for this one, I would have just pulled it from Ben's sound and then just done it in Audacity. If it was one where somebody was talking, what I would do was I would get the video completely done and edited, and then I would download the sound from it, upload it to Audacity, change the volume, and then re-upload it back. And there may be better ways to do all of that, but that's my brain works from like this makes sense to me. I need a hand-holding session. Okay, so then this is the video that we did completely in Canva. We did 4 of them. I just picked the one that won because that seemed to make the most sense to me.
My name is Erin Midlack and my business is Studio 573 Fitness. We are a personal training studio. We also specialize in group training. So what we do is we help clients get healthy, whether that's with their fitness goals, their health goals, and we also provide a safe space for people to work out and feel like they are at home. We stay competitive by, one, just kind of seeing what trends are going on out there. We also try to partner with different businesses. So we've always had our partnership with Love to Nourish, East and West Co, our clothing line. And then just recently we signed a lease for a 12,000 square foot addition. 3,000 of it will be ours, but we're building a wellness center. So we're partnering with, gosh, I think eight local businesses to bring different wellness services. You should always use your platform to try to help your community and really embrace and connect with your community. So we do that by sponsoring as many events as we can, hosting fundraisers for different organizations, whether it's a national organization, a local organization, or maybe just a member's family that needs a little help. So I remember when we first went into business, that was one of the biggest things that I wanted to bring was I didn't want it to be a gym. And I was so sensitive about the word gym for the longest time because I think that there's a stigma that you come in, you work out and you leave. And I just hated that. And so for me, I want people to sit around. I want people to tell me about their day, 30 minutes after class, or, people come in before class and have a conversation with a member, just little things like that. I want to create that safe space. And I think we have created that safe space for people to not only get their workout in, but to come in, socialize, have that community, and also feel like they're heard, they're wanted, and that they have our support. I think winning this award would mean a lot, not just for just that validation, knowing that we're doing the right things, but also hoping that maybe somebody watching this video or somebody who hears about our story could come and embrace our community and get to know us. And maybe they're on their own workout journey, maybe they're not, but I hope it opens the door for more people to be a part of our community.
So with this video, some of the things to kind of point out, because we did 4, this was the last one that we recorded. So I feel like by then we had learned a lot as I was like editing the other ones and realizing the mistakes I'd made. One of the things, this was very much like an interview style one. And so someone would I would ask a question, they would answer at the end. I would be like, perfect, or good, or great. And so when I'm editing, I had to make sure that I was able to cut out my own voice, which was super obnoxious. I was like, if I say perfect one more time. So instead, with this one, we just nodded a lot, so that she got feedback, but it wasn't verbal feedback that I had to then go back and edit out later. Also being in the quiet room, like in this one, they have a cooler where they keep meals that was empty, but it was love that. Because again, I'm just recording on my cell phone, so it's gonna pick up that stuff, and it's gonna be hard to get out of there. And then the B-roll part of it. So if you're doing videos where it's just like a testimonial and someone's just talking, you're not editing and all of this, you don't really need to know this part of it. But with the B-roll was really helpful where we recorded her part. And so then we kind of stepped back and we're like, okay, what other scenes are we going to want to put into here? So like when she was talking about wanting a place for people to sit and just kind of hang out, we're like, oh, let's get your coffee shop area. And then I was like, hey, do a footage of like classes. And the biggest issue with that is she records a lot of her footage for Instagram. So it was all like this, and I needed it like this. So luckily she had a few that we were able to grab from. But the B-roll really helps break it up. And then if you have somebody who's doing like lines instead of just like speaking, like you have specific like a script, it gives them the opportunity to just read the script and not have to like look at the camera. They can just read it and then you can use the B-roll over that. So a lot of this, it may have been more complicated than it needed to be. I'm not really sure at this point in time yet. For the first one that we recorded this, I just recorded the whole thing. So it was like 10 minutes of footage, which was fine. It made it easy to go in and like cut and splice and that kind of stuff. But it did make it harder when it was like, I just need this one part and I had to like go through and edit like 10 minutes of video. So for this one, we kind of recorded each question. Like I was like, do one question and then we'll stop, and one question, we'll stop. So that part made it a little bit easier. So how we did this was we recorded all this footage and dumped it in Canva to then edit. So then we kind of, I always go through and rough cut. So like I'll go through and be like, okay, this is a good spot, this is a good spot, pull out all the dead stuff I don't need. And then I'll watch it through, and that's when you kind of start like people are like, well, and so then you'll like try to like cut all that out as much, because especially in this format, when somebody is answering a lot of questions, they start the same way. They're like, so da 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 da, or well, da da, and so when it's a 4-minute video and it's like, well, like it's very obvious. So trying to like really tighten that stuff in. Plus, to keep it a shorter video, people's attention span is not amazing. So the shorter the video, the better. And so then once we kind of had it rough cut for this part, that's the point where I downloaded the audio to put in Audacity. And then from there, once we had that back up, that's when I started putting in the B-roll. So it kind of got complicated there, because then you're trying to match up like people's mouths, like that they're saying the right thing. And there's options in Canva where you can be like, okay, so this video that I'm going to do B-roll on is 11.3 seconds. So then you just try to find B-roll that's 11.3 seconds and kind of dump it in. So it took time. Once you kind of get the hang of it, it's very easy. But like when you're like thinking about it, you're like, how am I going to make sure they're not like, and their mouths aren't matching up. It works though. I was like, we did it. Yes, Tim.
Is there a way to match?
Yeah. On Amazon, they have mics that will attach to your phone that just plug into your sound thing. You just want to make sure it's for the right, like with iPhones. But yes, they do. And there's some, like for the library, we have one that is a 2-person. So if you're doing like an interview or something where you want both people on camera, but it attaches to your phone in one spot and slices off. So, and they're very affordable.
They have a wireless.
Oh, that would be even better. Yeah. And that's the main reason, like we have it for the library, but I haven't used it a lot because it is corded. And so you have to make sure you're close enough that the wireless would be just better. Well, at the end of the year, I need to spend my budget. That's what we'll get this year. Okay, so really quick, some other editing options that are out there. Instagram is one that we've kind of talked about before. This is what it looks like whenever you pull it out. You just select the real option. And Leslie has done a training on this, so I'm not going to delve too much into it, but I just wanted to touch on it. You can do your audio, you can change the length. That's the one thing with Instagram is right now 60 seconds is the most you can do. So like for these chamber videos where they're like 4 minutes long, that wasn't gonna work. And typically, in my mind, if you're doing something on a presentation, you want it to be like a YouTube style video, not an Instagram style video. But keeping that in mind, like for Giving Tuesday, all of those videos are going to be under 60 seconds. So this works just fine for that. And then also like the audio, that kind of stuff. So the one thing with Reels, you can do things like if you're doing like tutorial type stuff. So I could imagine like for the homeless task force, like showing people how to pack a kit that they can hand out if they see something. Like these are the things that go in it. And you do a fun like time lapse with it. You could also do humorous stuff. I'm going to show you one this for my personal page. That's funny in my mind. Hopefully you laugh.
Wow, I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.
So finding audio and finding like trending audio is super helpful on Instagram. It helps people see it and they want to kind of see what like.
But those again, you don't have to worry about copyright.
No, not if you're doing it from the Instagram app where you're clicking on audio and using your audio that's in there.
They also have added this one.
Yes.
Music and more voiceover volume, but it's not gonna like audience can stay. But they that has
Yes. Like this week, hasn't it? Or last week?
it's been a little while, and then again, but it's a nice option to have if you're doing reels.
Congratulations, Mr. Eric. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Eric.
What kind of dogs do they let into the library?
I don't know what kind.
Hush puppies. Good job, Mr. Eric.
Congratulations, Mr. Eric, on being named Library Employee of the Year.
Congratulations, Mr. Eric.
Congratulations, Mr. Eric. Thank you for being such a good librarian. I heart you. I would have a good job. I love you.
I made Mr. Eric cry with that one. So that's kind of an example of a way to do a video. Like if one of your employees has gotten an accomplishment, you could also do it where you're piecing different things together. Like I could see like a popcorn. Like over Thanksgiving, if everyone's bringing popcorn to their family thing, and you have like, I love the Oreo popcorn, and spice it all together. So I could also see for like CDFY with all of the different uses that you guys have that are involved in your different programs. So it's very easy to put different pieces of video together. It's very easy to like slice them and like again cut down on the biggest issue I see when people put multiple videos together is they leave those gaps in between, and it's like you gotta tighten that up, and it's not hard to do. Again, OpenSpot is the other one that I kind of talked about before with it. This is what it looks like. With this one, you would upload or drop in all of your video clips. They would show up here. You would be able to kind of edit them together. The cool thing about this is it has multiple tracks, so you can see like your video, your music, like all the different stuff you could see on one board. There's a little bit of a learning curve with it. If you use other video editors, it's pretty self-explanatory. But that's why I prefer Canva. I think it's easier if people are more comfortable with it. Maybe. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, those of you who are on Zoom, I'm going to stop the share for a second so that I can. Right. Let's see if it works because I'm not on Facebook. Yeah, see. Oh, really?
So then you download it. And you become a power line, and it's down.
MP4.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like, learning lessons. Okay, so then I can upload that.
Yes.
They give you okay.
Sorry, guys. I don't actually know
Looks like
my passwords or anything. I thought I.
So the video is for only
GIF. It's not peanut. It's not peanut butter. That's how I remember. Yeah. And sometimes I'll look at the templates just for like ideas. Like I'm like, oh, what do I want to do? How do I want to show this? Okay. So
I did like I did back on this side for the video.
okay, can you guys on Zoom see Canva? Hopefully.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna show you guys, can't see because it's showing there, all your designs. So again, this is the nonprofit. So it's like the paid version, but we're nonprofit, so we don't pay for it. Okay. So you guys can see all the different, like I was like, the first round with audio, the final. The way I did it the first time was dumb. It's better now. Like, I've told you the better way to do it after I learned how stupid it all was. So again, when you click on video and you can kind of see all of the different kinds, all the different stuff that you can do. But it's nice with all the different like options that they have. The other thing that I really like about it is even if you don't want to do a video with like your face or someone talking, you can create videos in here. See this, like it's a quote, but it's got movement in the background. So you can do that on your stories or in your feed or whatever. So there's just some options to kind of use video, but it's easier than like having to set up a photo shoot and having to like get all the equipment and that kind of stuff. So it's a different way to create content. The other thing that I've seen people start doing, and I don't think it's in Canva necessarily as like a special template, but they'll create stuff like this. And then if they send out emails to their listserv, they'll put that in, like we've all kind of gotten those now where there's like different movement and things. And so they've kind of started doing that too. So a lot of times if I'm feeling not creative, I will just kind of compare and scroll and like see, like even that, like you see how many is a recipe. You kind of dump it in there. So there's lots of options with it. Again, the best thing to do is just to go in, play around with it, try it out yourself, see what happens. So are there any specific questions on anything? Mobile video. Okay, so find my mouse. So when you click here on what will you design on video, and then it's got all the different like versions, different ones that you can do. I clicked on that. I know, right? It's so good. So. Do you have a question, Tim?
One, back to the cell phone, put it on.
Yep.
I think that thing.
Yep.
Once again. You can have just a remote thing, it starts, the camera may be set up with it. Start it and stop it on the remote.
Yes. They also, I don't remember, do you have an Apple Watch? Okay. They do have that option on your watch too, if you do have an Apple Watch. And then if you do it in Instagram, there's a hands-free.
If you are doing an Instagram video and you want to do hands-free, all you have to do is. So if you're doing it here, you. Can you all see? Over on the side where all of your options are, where you have create your own, you can put hands-free. So then, when you touch it, it'll just go, you're gonna have to hold it, or what you can do is, if you hold it for a second, it'll be like 3-second countdown, and then you can start.
Get your seat.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I have, I bought a one, you have to. Yeah, but I got a new one on Amazon for $20 and it came with a. I would suggest a ring light. It's real empty. I was recording and it was dry. It's a real good. So I was spending more than $20 on a ring light. Personally, but if you're looking for a ring light or a tripod, a lot of them come with mine will Bluetooth for us. So I have Bluetooth to my phone, and then I can start a stop it.
Sometimes your tripod or your camera mount goes on your tripod.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I got one from Penny's that was supposed to be like 60 and then I want to get on the Black Friday, that's good for 20.
Okay.
So I got it.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So Openshot, you
Yep.
been trying to use that.
Yes.
You're didn't have enough processing speed to use a real video.
Right.
And like, what was on my computer, automatic, like, I need to do it, it's terrible. We started using Canva.
Mm-hmm.
We're still learning how to.
Right. So, I'm just gonna do it on this. I hope it doesn't blast music at us. I think I turned. Okay, so one easy way to do it, like you can just like grab it here and drag to whatever time you want it to be. The other option is to click on it. No, maybe it's this one. And you can click crop. Oh, no, why is it not doing it? Oh, there we go. And so you can kind of see that you can like move it to the part you want. You can make it longer or shorter there. And so that's, and then you just click done so that it actually like saves it. The other thing that I really liked about using this template is I was able, like some of the people I filmed, there was one I filmed where the way somebody was sitting was not, I thought she might be embarrassed with the way she looked because of it. And so I would have been like, if I was like, oh, why didn't somebody say like, that just, yeah, sit up straight, that doesn't look good. So the thing I liked about this is whenever I did the video, I was able to grab it and drag and like adjust it so that I could like just make it look a little bit nicer. And so that was a feature that I also liked on it. So those are the two ways that you can kind of do it. And then like run this mouse, I can't see. I know it's not showing up on my computer, it's just here. So you can see here with the uploads, like here's the different like videos and things that I had uploaded. Here's the different audio that we use. I have not tried this recording as well. I think that's maybe if you wanted to just If you have a laptop from the last like 5 years, it probably has a microphone built in. Basically, slides. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. I didn't realize that about the presentation. We can talk about it. Maybe. Oh, the presenter report. I like that. Wow. Right.
So how do you use this to upload straight to social media?
So we have for the Downtown Association, the person who did it said it was super easy. I think it hurts our reach. I think Facebook doesn't like it when people do that, and it's worth, I think it's worth the extra step to just download it and schedule it yourself or post it yourself, instead of doing it right from there. But I don't have any data to back that up, just looking at those posts compared to ones that we have otherwise posted.
So how do you do with the interview? You said cut out certain parts.
Uh-huh.
Was it all one video? You put it on there and then you cut out, like a section out of it.
Okay. So. Trying to remember how I saved it. Okay. So this is when you can see all the different pieces that I had down here, like where I had cut it and made it into different videos. And the cool thing with it is, like, you can see on here, okay, right down here, it says 4 seconds. So that piece is 4 seconds. So I knew if I was going to do a B-roll with it, I needed it to be 4 second clip. So then how I did it, so I went and spliced all of this together. This is just her talking, but it's all the parts I wanted. And then I downloaded it and then uploaded it into Audacity. I have the sound. And then I did. So then I went in and basically duplicated it. And I knew, like, all of those different pieces are still here. You see that? And so then I just was like, okay, this is a 7.8 second part. So I literally just went through and like deleted it and then added in the other video for the right amount. Sorry. So like, do I leave it up? Probably not, because that would have been made too much sense. So I knew I wanted to cut this part where she was talking about what their gym does, and it was 15.6 seconds. So I knew that I needed to have 15.6 seconds of B-roll to add in. So then sorry guys. Yes. So like, but the sound part didn't matter because I had pulled the sound out to upload at the very end to match up. So that's why it was just important to make sure I had the seconds right, because then her mouth would match up when we came back to her talking. So like, I just literally, because you can go in. Maybe you have to do it in the thing. So I would just come in here and click on the dots. Oh yeah, and I just made a copy of it and named it something different, obviously. And then found those parts, deleted them out. Same here, like it was 13.9 seconds. And then I downloaded it again. So then I also down here, this purple line is the sound. So that's where I uploaded the Audacity sound, checked it, I downloaded it again, and then re-uploaded it so that I could add in this stuff with the music. But I knew that would mess up the sound because the sound had already been re-added back to the video. I'm sure that there.
So you have the audio separate from the video.
Yeah, I did it in the second video. Like the actual video, like this stuff is all muted. So like you see, so I muted the actual video and then just added the sound file as a separate file and then re-downloaded it. So it was, like I said, you know, like Jay Pelzer, who does this for his living, I'm sure has better ways to do that, but I do it with free stuff. So it works well enough. And this was more, this is probably one of the most complicated videos I've done because we had the B-roll and because we had all these extra things that needed to go into it. When we're doing like our Giving Tuesday videos and I just have somebody talking, I don't do all of this. Like this was just a more complicated video.
So for her, you didn't have like a 10-minute video that you took this question out. You had. When you uploaded them, you had like 4 seconds. But for answering, you had 3 seconds or 7 seconds back.
For this one, yes. For the other ones, I had like 10-minute videos that I was going through and like editing because I learned after the first few that because like we record, like again, we had 3 days to do this. So like we recorded 2 and I went home that night and I was editing it and I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done it that way. So then for the other ones, I was like, let's do it differently. So.
One thing that I used to produce videos that without all these.
Yeah.
Like for an interview, especially if you ask multiple questions, you start with an establishing shot like this, which is like considered an extreme long shot. And then the next question, if you zoom in and do like a medium shot, and then the next question, zoom in and do more of a close up. When you pick those flips and put them together, it just adds some variety.
Yeah.
A little less jump cuts and it looks a little more professional.
That's a good tip.
Because if you're gonna do different questions anyway, it gives you a chance.
Yeah. That's a good.
Simple, you don't have to even like different.
Right. I needed you like a month ago. That. Right.
I mean, I can tell what you're trying to do.
Right.
Once you get that shot, and you kind of want to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be nice to have close.
For sure. Well, and that's what we also made sure. Is it going to show up on here? Oh, I'm not seeing. That we took photos of everyone. That is blurry. It did not look blurry otherwise. That's not the photo, but you know, that way, whenever we upload it onto like YouTube or Facebook, we can pick that clip as the screenshot. So it's not her like, you know, making a dumb face because we've all had those. That's what. Oh, who is it up in Columbia? Shoot, now I can't think of his name. There's a guy that sometimes we go do for the library. We do interviews up there. And they always pick the worst screenshot. I'm like, come on. So anyway, okay. We are not gonna do this in December. We're gonna take a break in December. But we'll be back in January. I don't know what the topic will be yet, but unless there's any other questions or if anyone on Zoom has any questions. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks everyone on Zoom. We'll see you guys later. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Thank you.